Beautiful day, brave hearts. I hope everybody is having a wonderful one. It's Dr. Sage Wolf. I'm just out here in Bonita Springs, Florida, teaching the Wolf Non-Surgical course. Today is day 3, and we are going over the hip restoration, so dealing with anything from a hip surgery to lack of mobility, where it is bone on bone. And you've removed all the cartilage from your knee, which is, once again, false. There is still cartilage there. There is still liveliness within the hip itself. It is just calcified from too much inflammation. So, and then this afternoon, we're going to be doing the knee restoration, so stay tuned to see that. I will be doing a small, short demo on a Facebook Live, so you guys can kind of see what I do there. But do you feel like you're prematurely aging? I see it all the time. From people feeling like, I just can't do what I used to be able to do. And you're good until you're not. And then people start to realize how fast of a decline they can go down on. And that's where we need to become mindful people, mindful practitioners, and become our own practitioner. Because it is not just the water. It's not just the diet. It's everything. That's why we create a perfect day for you on a daily basis. It's your emotional state. It's your balance of well-being. It's the sleep you're getting. It's the hydration. It is the nutrition. And then if you don't move it, you're gonna frickin' lose it. So, like, people don't realize, like, some people will start to talk to me about, like, oh, my face is changing. And I'm like, okay, are you hydrating enough? And are you getting the proper hydration? Are you getting the mineralization in your water, in your body to properly absorb the water? You have 43 muscles within the face itself. What happens if I don't hydrate properly? These things start to atrophy. They start to get dehydrated. They start to pull and shrink. And then we start to stress out a little bit more. So I think I can figure everything out, and I'm squinting and I'm trying to focus all the time, that eventually it's like if I ask you to take your fist and hold it like this and squeeze for 5 minutes really, really hard. 5 minutes, can you do that? And then move it really quickly. Good luck. You put it into contraction for so long, it's gonna feel stiff, it's gonna feel contracted. So if I'm stressing myself out on a daily basis, if I'm not processing properly and I'm just trying to figure everything out because I just can't, you're gonna end up keeping these creases staying deep within your face. And yeah, sure, you have smile lines from the crow's feet, great. But there is some lines within the face, there is some issues within the TMJ area, like my jaw feels like it's locked up. What are you not saying? What are you having said to you that makes you angry, but you're not able to vocalize yourself properly because you just pissed me off so much? And so now I start to get temporomandibular joint issues. And so this doesn't function properly. And then the same thing can happen with our joints, ligaments, and tendons. But everything starts within the gut. It all begins within the large intestine because there is, I would say, 80 to 85% of your immune system. And over time, we damage that lining of our intestinal wall. And then we get that seepage, which causes the putrefaction, which causes the infection, which will then lead to the inflammation, which is then going to lead to the scar tissue formation. So it's like the domino effect of unhealthy healing. So what we're out here doing is we taught the whole life coach first because we do the New World Practitioner training. So we go through the whole life coach. So we learn to get our mind right, our thoughts in order. We learn to know what's nutritionally beneficial for my body and how I could help others. And then we come into my course, which is the Wolf Non-Surgical, where I push you physically and emotionally, and we're going to learn to unfold that scar tissue issue that is causing those adhesed joints, that fibrous tissue, that buildup of displaced calcium, causing these mobility issues, causing these strictures in our gut and choking off specific areas to where we are not getting that proper flow. So if it doesn't flow, it's just think of a river. The more dams you're going to have, the more putrefaction is going to build up, the more bad bacteria is going to build up, the more lack of mobility you're going to have, so it's not clear. And the thing is, sometimes stagnation can be really buried down. You ever look at a lake and it's fine, and then you kind of like walk through the mud at the beginning and then it gets really murky? Some people always wonder when they're starting to get worked on why they're starting to feel a little bit more run down. Because their body's filtration system is starting to get turned on, but we're stirring up the mud, so it's getting all murky. And now we got to go in and clean it up with that hydration, that nutrition, vascular flushing, getting the lymph properly working, because there's only 3 ways that your lymph can work, and that's sweating, peeing, and pooing. So if you're not doing those 3 amazingly, we know our body's lack of mobility to flush out is going to be slightly debilitated. But check us out at Braveheart Nation. We teach courses all around the world. I'm going to be in Australia in about 2.5 weeks. I will be training in Sydney for about 2 weeks there, and then I'll be taking local clients for about maybe another 7 days. Then I'll be off to Melbourne. I'll be doing a lecture as well in Sydney. I think it's on the 8th. Don't quote me just yet. It will be posted on Braveheart Nation to go see where the free lecture is happening, so you can come learn a little bit about non-surgical. I will be doing some demos there on people with specific ailments to show you the results that we can get just within one treatment, because the body wants to help. The body wants to heal. And so we just don't give it the right tools. And then from there, I'll be heading to Melbourne. I'll be doing another lecture in Melbourne around the 20th of November. And then I will be doing local clients there just into the beginning of December. And then I will be taking 2 weeks off for myself and my family, enjoying Christmas before we get the new year kicked off in Ixtapa, Mexico with the neuro practitioner training. And so I'll be teaching all this out in Ixtapa, Mexico. It's at a beautiful 4-diamond resort called Cala del Mar. I absolutely love training there just because when you're in Mexico, like, you're all around these like fresh vegetables and fruits. You're constantly in the sun. So like, it is just like, and you're able to go to the beach, do vascular flushing, doing salt scrubs. You're able to get like a full detox while you're there learning such a beautiful healing modality. So, and then from there, I'll be going back to Australia in February, and we'll be teaching the Wolf Non-Surgical and Whole Life Coach in Melbourne, Australia. And so check us out at braveheartnation.com if you're interested in kind of seeing where we're at or taking any of our courses. But just know that premature aging does not need to happen. We need to get you on the right track, because everybody, we're all the same. We're all brothers and sisters in some form of shape or way, through energy or love and light. We all have the same goal, because we're not all making it out of here alive. None of us are. We have the same goal of learning to truly honor ourselves, learning to truly love ourselves, and so I can give the love that I feel for me internally, externally. And you know what? We don't really have that much love for ourselves. That's why there's so many fights within family, friends. That's why there's wars. That's why there's all this famine. All this negative stuff is to bring our frequencies down. We need to find ways to bring that frequency up so we can rise to that God or goddess that you know is inside of you. Other than that, I hope you Bravehearts have a beautiful day. Catch me doing the knee in maybe a couple hours. Hope you have a beautiful one. See you later.